Jordan Peterson, a psychologist and a best-selling author who joins us now. All right, so doctor, how will you be processing and showcasing this reprogramming for us? Because we'd like to know what's going on.
This question is genuinely intriguing because it suggests a collective curiosity about understanding not only Jordan Peterson's situation but also the broader implications. In a deliberate metaphorical sense, Jordan Peterson serves as a symbol for ordinary citizens within this narrative, designed to pacify us amidst the ongoing establishment of the new central bank digital currency, CBDC, social credit system by our undeniable totalitarian state. Fortunately, for those with discerning eyes, this program, which is state propaganda, may ultimately unveil the hidden realities of our already existing totalitarian state. For those who can see. Let's see.
Well, I'm going to do everything I can to make all of this as public as I possibly can. I've done that from the beginning. I released all the documents that included the charges, so to speak, that the college has levied against me. I want to make this 100% transparent and let the public decide for themselves who exactly is acting, let's say, in an unprofessional capacity.
So you'll be trying to film the re-education program?
Our hero, symbolizing our collective consciousness, embarks on a quest to challenge the system. His mission to enlighten the masses about the inner workings of the state apparatus. Yet, he is acutely aware that simply acknowledging the system's corruption has never been enough to bring about change and never will.
Well, I can't say exactly what is going to happen as it moves forward because the legal ground that I'm standing on is very difficult to define. But my plan is to make everything that's done to me public. And if I can do that by filming, well, then I'll do that, or audio recording or extensive notes or commentary afterward. Somehow, everything that happens is going to be made public. It's absolutely necessary.
The use of the term absolutely necessary is quite intriguing in this context, especially when considering he has already lost. Why would it be imperative for him to demonstrate to the public that he has lost his freedom of speech within the confines of the state's court of law? After all, his participation in the state's legal system inherently recognizes its legitimacy.
And I'm also, by the way, perfectly willing to state that I am stating my opinions on Twitter and social media in my professional capacity. So, for example, the comments I made about Ellen Page, I'm not least bit happy about what the sadistic surgeon butchers are doing to minors. And I'm also not very happy about narcissistic, let's say, celebrities parading off their new surgically enhanced body and enticing young women, for example, into being sterilized and butchered. And so I think I have a professional obligation, like all therapists and all physicians, to say very clearly that this is 100% absolutely not acceptable.
Jordan emphatically declares that the medical society's actions towards children are unequivocally wrong, and he is determined to voice this perspective. This stance deliberately provides solace to those who share his concerns about the creation of a homogeneous society. Nevertheless, we must acknowledge that being aware of the state's wrongful actions, even when they run counter to our beliefs, doesn't necessarily prevent the state from continuing those actions. In fact, such knowledge contributes to the normalizing of these activities. Especially when given by our full representative in a system we have no actual say in, as regards what is perceived as right or wrong. This blurs the line between what is criminal and what is legally sanctioned within a flawed system, thus leading people within that system to perceive these immoral and criminal actions as lawful.
So what do you think the motivation is by these people in Canada that are doing this? Is it because they're embarrassed that you're a psychologist and you're so popular and you're saying unpopular things? Or is it because there's going to be some more darker, more sinister approach next?
Oh, I think that what we're seeing in Canada is an unraveling of all the principles upon which my country and yours are predicated, and that's part of the ideological possession that swept over Canada in particular. It's certainly threatening you characters down in the United States, but we're farther along that road given that we're run by the poster boy for political correctness himself.
In summary, Jordan Peterson is determined to defend his freedom of speech within a system that denies such liberties, a fact underscored by his recent court loss, where the consequence for defeat involves a form of mind reprogramming. Now, because your mind is controlled by the system, all the cognitive conflicts you see are ignored. Quick experiment: can you see the title on the bottom of the screen, and did you hear the presenter say, "Tell us about your reprogramming, Jordan"? So even if it is seen, is it seen? So if you see facts and events in the system, do you process them as truth? Having said that, the underlying truth remains: if an individual believes that the system they inhabit subjects its citizens to both physical and mental abuse while suppressing free speech, why would they opt to defend their beliefs and right to free speech within the legal framework of that very system? It would be akin to a Jewish person insisting on a trial in a Nazi German court to prove that being Jewish was not a crime. Such a decision would defy reason and logic.